So sometimes you take a gamble and it pays off. Other times you take a gamble and you lose your house and your car and your wife and your kids and your livelihood and your sense of pride and just about everything else you can lose, right? Um, this time it was the latter. Let me tell you why.
Making their way onto your screens now, the team of Link, Jason, and Bobby, the finest wrestling figure collecting trio in all of the United Kingdom. It's Top Row Toys!
So welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Bobby and I'm one of the guys here on Top Rope Toys, and today I made a deal which wasn't so much of a good deal and has now dubbed me the Frankenstein of wrestling figure collecting, thanks to my brother in our group chat labeling me that. After, if you've watched our recent AEW All Out vlog, you'll know that I bought a bundle of figures from eBay for like £7, which I thought I'd got an absolute bargain on, and I didn't realise when I looked at it that they were all missing arms and hands and they were just wrecked, right? They were worthless basically. Today, something else has happened, which I knew it was a little bit of a gamble, but I didn't think it was this much of a gamble. And I was on Facebook Marketplace, and I have an alert set up for wrestling. So if anything is listed locally with the term wrestling in, I get a notification, right? So it pops up and it says, new listing matching your search has been found, or whatever, you know. So I jump on there and I see this picture, which I can see a bundle of figures and a ring for £25. And looking at it, it was a really terrible picture, but looking at it, I could tell that I could see a Classic Superstars Ultimate Warrior. I could see a what looked like a Jack's Deluxe Aggression Undertaker, and I could also see the TNA Legends Hulk Hogan, the New Japan Pro Wrestling one, right? And a bunch of other figures as well as CM Punk, some other obvious stuff. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for this. I could see a Jimmy Wang Yang that I couldn't identify. It had white trousers, I couldn't figure it out. All will be explained very shortly. So I messaged the guy, I was like, have you still got these? He's like, yeah. I was like, I'll take it for £25, but where do you live? Because I don't drive, it's hard to get about, you know, especially carrying a bundle of wrestling figures and a wrestling ring. So he told me where he is. I'm like, oh, it's too far, I can't really make it, you know. I didn't want to spend extra money on transport to get there and back, so he said he'd deliver it. So he seemed pretty keen to get rid of it, and I'm thinking I could have a bargain here, you know, there's some good figures in there. So the guy turns up and does like a drive-by drop-off, right? So I open the door, I've got the money in my hand. I'm a bit weird about people coming in my house because I've got all these collectibles around, and some of the Pokemon stuff and that is quite valuable. I don't like random people knowing that it's all in here, do you know what I mean? I'm a bit, maybe it's weird, I don't know, maybe it's overprotective, I'm not sure. I don't know, but I'm just funny about it, right? So I'm like, I go to the door, I've got the money in my hand. He gives me, first of all, he gives me this ring, and I can see it's like destroyed. It's disgusting. It looks like somebody's been using it as a toilet. But whatever, I didn't want the ring anyway, right? I wasn't bothered about that. It's one of those weird, flippy rings, and it really didn't bother me. I didn't want it, so I was like, okay, whatever. He then hands me this bucket of figures, and I'm thinking, this is what I want, this is what I'm here for. So I take the bucket, and I turn around and come into the house, and I'm like, I'll just tip these out onto the sofa, and I'll give you a bucket back. By the time I turn around, he's jumped back into the car that's got somebody else waiting for it, like a getaway car. He's jumped back into the car, and he's like about to get in the car, and I'm like, I'll just get you the bucket. And he's like, no, keep it. And he's gone, like long gone, right? So then I delve into the box of figures, and I realise that there's a reason he was quick to get away with the £25, which is what I paid for it, right? Which seemed like a good deal. I might still just about have got my money's worth, but it's not good. It's not good, and you'll see why. Let's go up close into the backstage area and see what we actually got. So we're going to go through these one by one and realise why I didn't get a good deal at all. Let's start off with one what's not too bad. This is a basic Mattel Undertaker. It is, I believe it's series 55. It's got a couple marks on it, right? But overall, this is probably one of the better ones. He's got like an eyebrow worn off and a bit of the goatee is worn off. Which, if this is one of the best conditioned ones out there, that's probably a tell for what's to come. But he's not loose. The joints are pretty good. And it's an older Mattel basic with the good bicep swivel on it. So yeah, that's probably the best condition out of the whole lot. So see if he'll stand up. She will. No, he won't stand up. Next, we have a Daniel Bryan, which has red Sharpie or something drawn all over it. It's actually a really nice Daniel Bryan. It comes from a WrestleMania 2-pack. It's Mattel, obviously, old style still with the bicep swivel on the basics. I love the boots and I love the knee pads on this, and the ring attire is really cool. The body itself, apart from the red Sharpie, is not too bad, but the face is beaten up. His nose has been like scraped on the floor like he's been in the Toy Story movie and dragged off the back of the removal truck or something, you know. But I'm thinking maybe I can switch like the Elite Daniel Bryan that I unboxed the other day. Maybe the spare head from that I could switch onto this. And if I can give this a fig buff and get this pen off, maybe I can, maybe I can't. It might not be too bad, but yeah, that's that one. Feet are a bit loose, but the rest of it, I suppose a lot of it is fairly loose, to be fair. But if the pen comes off, not too bad, I suppose. Going along with the Daniel Bryan is this Rey Mysterio. It comes in the same 2-pack, so they came together. It's a pretty nice Rey Mysterio. It's got like, I don't even know, is that mold? It might be mold. It looks like mold. Yeah, it's not good, right? But the actual paint and stuff on it is pretty good. Like the gold paint on the 619, on the back of it, even the mask is like not too destroyed. It's a weird face sculpt on that, like it just looks a bit odd. I don't know what it is. Even the paint on the stomach where it says Mexican, the tattoos, everything is fine. So it's in pretty good condition, apart from like possibly having some sort of weird spores that are going to kill me on it, right? But maybe if I can clean it up again, not too bad. So that comes from the Daniel Bryan 2-pack. Next, we have a Jax Shawn Michaels. It's got 2003 on the foot. I'm not sure actually what specific Jax Shawn Michaels this is. I haven't looked it up, to be fair. It says best of 2006 on it, even though it's got 2003 on the foot. Again, if you look at him from the side, his nose has been worn down flat. Eyebrows worn off. Arms are really, really loose. Like this arm is basically about to fall off. Left arm is not too bad. Waist is not too bad, and the legs are not too bad. So not too bad, but obviously when I've got a figure on the shelf, the most important part to me is probably their face, and this guy's face is jacked up. Like, yeah, I don't know what happened to him, but yeah. We've then got Kofi Kingston, which again is not too bad, right? The face, it looks like it's really dirty. Needs a clean. Whoever owned this has got a thing about wearing noses down, but the back of the trunks has got a bit of a scrape on it. It's got all its knee pads. The joints are okay. It's not too bad. I'm not a big Kofi Kingston fan. It's not one of the figures I was after out of this bundle, to be fair. But it will sit around in a tub, and I can maybe use it in a photograph. As maybe we can have like Shawn Michaels beating him up or something. I don't know, but that's okay. It gets worse, guys. Wait, it gets worse. Chris Jericho. This is an older Chris Jericho figure. It's got, it says 2012 on the bottom, so fairly old. The head is really, really loose, like it's about to fall off. He's got paint all over him or something, like he's been drawn on. His arse is worn through his tights. The boots look okay. Maybe they can be used for something. They're pretty cool Jericho boots, right? They're in good condition. The knee pads can maybe be reused for something, right? But face is pretty messed up. The head is messed up. It's about to fall off. And the body is covered in something. I don't know what. I don't know if I want to know what. Then randomly mixed in with there is a... I saw it in the picture. I could tell it was there. I wasn't bothered about it. I didn't really want it, right? It's a Mauricio Shogun Hua UFC figure. It's been drawn on with probably the same treatment that Daniel Bryan got back there. These are actually cool figures, right? Butterfly joints and everything. The joints on this are all wrecked, like he's all floppy and destroyed, right? I don't think he will even stand up if I want him to. No chance in hell that he's ever standing up. But he was in there. I wasn't worried about it. I could see that it had red on it as well, which maybe should have been a red flag, so to speak. Yeah, he exists. I'm not bothered about it. It was cool to see one of these in my hand, though. I haven't seen a UFC figure in my hand before. They're the Jax ones, obviously. And they're not bad figures, to be fair. Nice double jointed knees, super articulated, right? Maybe I could be tempted into getting a couple of these of the guys from UFC that I really, really like. So yeah, it was worth it, kind of, to get it in my hand. But yes, he's destroyed, right? He's absolutely wrecked. CM Punk, one of the ones that I thought, oh, you know, an older CM Punk basic, especially with everything going on at the moment, you know. Their value's doing all right on eBay and stuff. Could be worth having. It's a different CM Punk. I don't have him in this attire at all. It's a Mattel. It's got the knee pads on it. Shouldn't be too bad, right? But yeah, his arse is worn through again. And it looks like he's given up being straight edge and been on way too much coke or something, because his nose is wrecked. So is his face. He's been drawn on too. He's got biro on his leg. It's just completely pointless and destroyed. And yeah, it's worthless at this point, right? There's no saving that. There's absolutely no saving that. I don't care what you can do as far as customizing figures goes. This one's worthless, right? Completely pointless. It's got plain boots on, so they're not even really worth salvaging. Maybe the knee pads. The knee pads and maybe the elbow pad if I can clean the yellow stains off it. Maybe they can be used for something, but apart from that, waste of time. So now we're down to 4 left, and they're the 4 that I was most interested in probably going into this purchase. First up we go with the Jimmy Wang Yang that I couldn't identify because it had white trunks on, or white jeans on, right? I could only find Jimmy Wang Yang figures with blue or black jeans on. It's a Jax figure, and obviously as soon as I saw it in person I realised why. It's been painted with Tipex or something to try and make the trousers white. Don't know why. I don't know if he wore white trousers at some point and the kids tried to make him look like he did on TV, or I don't know. I mean, I used to do some weird stuff with my figures when I was a kid, but come on, man. Yeah, this one, even if I could get the paint off, the joints are wrecked. It's a deluxe aggression, I think, looking at that torso joint there. But it's floppy as anything. The arms are okay. But yeah, he's completely destroyed. I don't think I might just about be able to balance him to stand him up. He's destroyed. Look at that. Like, what is this? Come on, people. So the third from top that I was most excited about is the TNA Legends Hulk Hogan. I could see from the picture that's what it was, and I could see that it didn't have the robe with it. Obviously, it's the New Japan Pro attire on it. I could see they didn't have the robe, but looking at them on eBay, they were still selling for like up to like £15, even without all the accessories. So I was thinking, you know, there's a bit of value in that. I'm not buying these to resell, even if they were perfect condition. You know, they were for me to keep for myself. But you know, I wanted to see if I could get my values worth. So a pretty cool figure. Looks like he's got a bit of Jimmy Wang Yang's paint on his chest, possibly, and on his arm. The trunks are worn, or they're not worn actually. They've got like poo stains on. The back of the trunks are a bit manky. Legs are, yeah, boots are destroyed a little bit. Not too bad if I can clean it up. The only thing is, like, the back of the head is like, the head's like covered in this like little specks. I don't know if that's the mold again, or if it's got like red on it, like it's been drawn on as well. I don't know if that's like where the paint's worn off, or if that is down to it just being dirty, you know. So I'll try and clean it. If I can clean that off and get it cleaned, and get the poo stain off his trunks, not a bad representation of this Hogan, I suppose. I can deal with it on my shelf temporarily, as I don't have this figure, so he can go in the Hogan section for now if I can clean it up enough. So maybe I got away okay, but second from last is this Ultimate Warrior, which it is the classic Superstars Ultimate Warrior, right? So I could see from the picture that his elbow pads were missing and his the orange tassels that he has in his boots were missing. So I was kind of okay with that. Again, looking at the values online, without those parts, they're selling for about £10-12. So I was thinking between this and the Hogan, it was my money's worth, and anything else was a bonus, really. Do you know what I mean? And to be fair, the head sculpt on this, he's still got all of his nose. The paint is still intact. Like, okay, maybe not. All right, I didn't look at the back. Okay, the back of it definitely has bite marks in it or something. Oh my god, man. Oh dear. Yeah, someone's been chewing on his head or something, right? I don't know what's happened there, but okay, I can put it on a shelf from the front. It doesn't look too bad. The chest paint's worn off a little bit. I don't think that's intentional when they made it. I can't remember, but you can get away with that because his paint wears off, right? That's okay. I'm not too concerned about that. The tassels on the back, however, like, it's got like something on here. What's that? I don't know. Something. This stuff. The trunks are destroyed. The tassels on this side don't have the colours. There's only the yellow and green. The pink and orange is gone. And on the boots, they just look dirty, right? And disgusting. I don't know how much a Big Bath can do for this figure. But if it cleans up okay, I'll probably just remove all the tassels and just have it as a warrior without no extras on it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I can pick up a jacket for it or something online and it won't look too bad. Or maybe I'm better off just buying a new classic Superstars warrior. Just opening it, you know, crack open a fresh one and just have a nice one. I don't know. I've got this thing where I'm always trying to get good deals on bundles. And I like having a lot of random figures around, even if they're not perfect, because it's just cool to have a big box full of like all my junk figures. Do you know what I mean? And I'll grab them out if I need them for a photo or something, or even just for a comparison. So like, if I'm doing an unboxing of a future Ultimate Warrior figure, I can at least use this as like a height comparison and a size comparison. Do you know what I mean? So they do have a use, I guess, but the more the merrier. So I'm always trying to get good deals, but this one, I would have just liked a couple of them to be in good condition, you know. I guess, I mean, they're toys, right? Kids are playing with them. What do you expect? So finally, we come on to the figure that I wanted probably the most out of this bundle. It was a figure that I've always loved for a long time. It was made in 2005 by looking at what's on the bottom of the foot. And it's I'm not showing it to you because instantly you'll see, right? But you can see the body here. It's the Deluxe Aggression Jax Undertaker. And it doesn't look too bad, right? The back, it's not too bad. A little bit of wear on the back. It's an old figure, right? It's not too bad. The torso joint is really, really wobbly, right? So, my favourite part about this figure is the face. I'm covering it up because when you see it, you might be horrified. He has his tongue sticking out and he's rolling his eyes back, and it's a really, really cool depiction of the Undertaker. One of my favourite Undertaker figures I ever used to have and what I ever used to see around, and I just love that face sculpt. And this one, are you ready? Oh my god. Like, that is actually terrifying. I don't know if it's been eaten or sliced open with a scalpel or stabbed with something, or like, what happened here? What kind of psychopathic child owned this figure? Oh my god. Like, you need to get the behavioral analysis unit around to see that kid, because this looks like early serial killer behavior, right? I don't know for sure, but that's not normal. That is not normal. I used to throw my wrestling figures around. I used to throw them out of windows and pretend it was the top of the cell, but never have I ever done this. I don't even know what happened to it. What, like, his face is falling off. Like, maybe the kid saw the zombies range of Mattel figures and was like, wanted to make his Undertaker look like that? I don't know. But, Jesus Christ, right? The fingers are covered in some substance again. You really know what's going on there. I don't know if it's black underneath the paint, maybe on the hands. Probably is, right? The hands are probably black because of the glove and the fingers are painted on. That would make sense because it's less. Oh, and he's got a finger missing. I just noticed that. He's got a finger missing too. It gets worse. This is the one I was most excited for. I've been wanting this figure forever. And I saw it in a bundle. And I thought, you know, to be honest, if I get this and the Warrior and they're okay, the rest of the stuff I don't really care about. Like, it was kind of worth £25 to me. You get a bunch of random figures plus this Warrior and this Undertaker. He's so loose, he can't even stand up. Like, he looks like he's being sick. I would be sick too if somebody did that to my face. I don't really know what else to say, but there you go. There you have it. The whole collection. Yeah, that's what I got. Probably the best condition one is the Mattel basic Undertaker at the back there. And the Rey Mysterio is not bad either, apart from maybe being moldy. So maybe it is bad. I don't know. But yeah, it didn't really work out for me. So there you have it, guys. Sharing my disappointment. Laugh at me. Tell me I'm an idiot. Tell me I should have asked for more pictures. Tell me I should have not given the guy the money before I had a good look at the toys. I know. It was a gamble. I didn't think I could go wrong. For £25 with the ring. Not that I wanted the ring, but I was like, the ring's worth £5 at least. Do you know what I mean? But that's... all the stickers are peeled off and it looks like someone's crapped on it. The Jimmy Wang Yang was like an outlier being white trousers. I couldn't find one online. I was like, what is this figure? I'm curious. Do you know what I mean? I needed to know what it was. It's just painted with Tipp-Ex. The Warrior is disgusting. The Undertaker looks like he's come out of an episode of The Walking Dead. The Hulk Hogan maybe is like the best one, but even that looks just nasty, right? Be careful buying used loose figures, people. Even online, look at good pictures of them. Like, I knew this was a gamble, but I didn't think it could go that wrong. Like, I was thinking, if I did resell, at worst, I could like take out the Undertaker, take out the Ultimate Warrior and Hogan, and sell the rest with the ring for a tenner or something. And I've got a Warrior, Hogan, and Undertaker for £5 each that way, right? But that wasn't to be. I'm just looking at them all stood over there now, and it's just depressing, to be honest. So yeah, I might as well have taken that £25 and wiped my ass with it, really. So yeah, not such a positive video, but maybe you can learn a lesson from it. Maybe you can have a laugh at it at least, and just know that whatever condition you buy a figure in the future, it will probably never ever be as bad as this guy. Because honestly, like, I said it in the up close, but I'm genuinely concerned about the child who owned this figure. I mean, if this was made in 2005, they're an adult now. What are they out there in the world doing? I wonder. Did you ever do this to your figures? Was it just me? Did I care too much? Like, I used to beat them up. I've been known to put red pen on them even to look like blood, right? But this? What is this? Anyway, I hope you got some sort of enjoyment out of this video. As I said, my name is Bobby. I am one of the guys here on Top Rope Toys. Plenty more videos coming up. Hopefully some better... there's stacks of figures down here on the floor to unbox, so they'll be coming soon. Thank you for watching. If you got this far, I appreciate it. And we're a brand new channel, so please, if you could help us out, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave us some comments. Let us know, what do you make of this, right? And what can we do better in our videos? Because most of all, we want to try and make every video better than the last and improve. And we want to make a good quality, enjoyable channel about wrestling figures for people who are in the UK. I haven't found anybody out there yet, right? I watch a lot of channels about figures, and mostly they are all based in the US. So we want to make something for the UK collectors like us. where sort of, you know, we don't get stuff as early. We have different time frames for things, you know, like people right now are getting loads of the Survivor Series figures and stuff over in America, the Hogan and Bret Hart and stuff. We're not going to get them for a little while over here, probably. Like, we're only just now about to start getting like Luchasaurus in Smith's Toy Store and stuff like that. And I'm a sucker for finding things in person as well, so expect to see figure hunts and stuff too. We want to build a community of UK wrestling figure lovers who can all hang out together and share our thoughts and share our finds. And so check out our Twitter. We're Top Rope Toys on Twitter. We're Top Rope Toys on Instagram. We've made a Top Rope Toys TikTok account. We haven't posted anything yet, but go find Top Rope Toys wherever you can find it. Hit that follow button and let's build a community of UK guys who love wrestling figures. And hopefully together we can all help each other get some better deals than this Undertaker. Thank you, people. I'll see you soon with a not destroyed action figure. Peace.